Have you ever gotten advice from someone that you took and then very soon later realized that, oh, that was some really bad advice?
I may have to pick my words. Yeah, I have. I have received advice.
What's the worst advice you've ever gotten?
Okay. The worst advice would have been, or is rather, you need to fight, and I'm thinking of how to frame it because you need to fight for what is yours.
You need to fight for what is yours.
Yes.
Okay. Why is that bad advice?
It's bad advice because you need to fight for what you believe is yours by your current state, experiences, and limited line of sight. So I do not discount the fact of working hard and being tenacious in what you believe in, right? Because we're all driven by vision. That's what we need to keep driving towards. But the fighting for what is yours is oftentimes at the expense of character.
Okay.
Not oftentimes. Let me just, in the way that I applied that advice was at the expense of character. Meaning, I was like, okay, let me fight for what is mine.
Okay.
But it was actually what I believed to be mine at the time, and it really wasn't mine. And also, it compromised character just to fight for this thing. And fighting in that regard is energy being expensed to do something which was really self-centered.
So,
okay.
Correct me.
Yeah.
Karibu kwenye Msasa, where we talk to successful people about failure.
I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah.
You said you need to fight for what is yours is bad advice.
No, it was bad advice.
It was bad advice.
Because of how I applied it.
Because of how you applied it.
Yeah. Because there is an aspect of that advice which is very
right.
wise.
Context matters.
Correct,
Yeah. And then what you're saying is you need to fight for what you believe is yours.
I was saying how the place where I went wrong is because I was fighting for what I believed was mine based off of my limited.
So your belief was the limitation.
My belief of it was the limitation, as well as my execution thereof. Based off of the advice I received, yeah.
Okay, so what was the right way to go about that?
I think, well, if you were to ask me this question 5 years ago, I would have responded differently.
Right. You're always evolving.
I'm always evolving.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I would have said, I would have first and foremost ensured that I was doing it for the right motives.
Okay.
Fighting for this thing for the right motives. Fighting for it for the right outcomes, and ultimately ensuring that at least to some degree I was not compromising my values.
Okay.
Right? But that was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Which is it was a very healthy place from where I was.
Okay.
To get to that point.
Okay.
But 5 years into the future, I would say that in my journey with me walking with God, I realized that even the good things, even something that I can fully deem as being wonderful, and other people would agree with me that this is wonderful, may not necessarily be what God is telling you is yours.